Hello, everyone. Welcome to AI Stockpile. This is episode 4. And in the loom of what's coming out this weekend, we are going to be talking Star Wars today. So, let's go ahead and begin. I'm your host, Juan Rivera, and with me I have...
Joseph.
Danny.
Danny's here.
And Gilliam.
And Gilliam. All right. So, this weekend we have a Star Wars story, Rogue One, coming out. And what are you guys thinking about this movie? It's going to be good? It's going to be amazing?
I heard Darth Vader kicks ass in the last 10 minutes of the film, so I'm sort of excited about that.
All right. So, we got Darth Vader kicking ass last 10 minutes. Spoilers, guys.
Did you say Dark Vader?
I said Darth. Did I say Dark? I might have said Dark.
Well, he is
Darth
pretty dark.
Vader.
He's pretty dark. He has dark armor. He's
He's
a
black.
dark.
He's completely black. and he's voiced by
a black guy.
And
Yep.
spoilers, they
You said
find
it,
the
not me.
plans for the Death Star.
Damn it, Danny. Why did you have to reveal that? Damn it. Okay, so one thing I did hear that the Hollywood premiere did go very well last weekend. Pretty much everybody loved it. They was tweeting about it immediately. So I think we're in for a good treat. So I think it's going to be great.
I want spaceships. I just want since they went and they showed us back in the movie last year about how the Millennium Falcon really works. Even though Han Solo dies, I want to see
Spoilers!
how new. I want to see how all of those new those old machines really work. Like how rickety is the inside of a TIE fighter? How reliable is the X-wing? Show me the inside of the cockpit. Like more of that.
So we got Frankie joining us. What's up, Frankie?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
Good. So we're talking Star Wars today in celebration of Rogue One coming out.
Woo!
Oh, the rest of the Fantastic Four is here too. Okay. John?
What's up? What's going on, man?
His name is John. We call him our boy Jonah.
Jonah. I'm sorry, Jonah.
Sith Lord, whatever you prefer.
Sith Lord Jonah?
Yeah.
Don't choke me.
So, what are you guys' opinion on Rogue One up and coming?
Get the fuck out of here!
Justin, introduce yourself, bro. You give your opinion. Hi.
Come on, close. A little closer, just to say your name. Hi. Not that close. It's way too close.
I'm Dustin, Rogue One expert. Rogue One's gonna be amazing because Star Wars is great. Yeah, they're all gonna die.
Yeah, it's true, though. Whole cast.
All right, so now we know the plans are gonna be taken. Thank you, Danny. And Dustin, you just ruined that for us. Everybody's gonna die.
But they say
They
it in
say
the
it
beginning
in
of
the beginning.
episode 4. Like, they all died for
But
this
what for the
information.
people who've never seen
nobody
this
tell-
movie? What if
nobody
this is
tell
your
us
first Star Wars?
Well, you shouldn't be watching this as your first Star Wars.
Pranked ya, just kidding.
Go back and watch the original trilogy. You don't have to watch the prequels.
Nah, watch the prequels because the prequels were good in their own right.
They were good in their. Thank you. They
In
were.
their own right, they were okay. People hating the prequels are just blindly hating.
I only hate Phantom Menace
What?
because of young Anakin and Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Jar Jar was pointless.
Jar Jar was the best.
He was the reason. He's the reason the Empire got power.
Scapegoat.
I really want him to be Kylo Ren.
It's remember that Robot Chicken spin-off where Emperor Palpatine's like apologizing to everybody. He's like, Jar Jar, it's Palpatine. Just wanted to apologize for manipulating you into granting me emergency powers. It was wrong, and I'm sorry. Oh yes, Papi, you also manipulated me. Okay, Papi, bye-bye.
But okay.
I feel we need
Completely.
the agenda now.
This is completely out of my hands now, folks.
Back to episode 3.5.
3.5. When we call it like
Rogue One.
more like I think like
Okay, 3.75.
3.75 because
yeah.
3.5 would be more like Star Wars Rebels. That's 3.5.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Star Wars Rebels is great, by the way. Ahsoka coming back, the fight with Anakin,
Yeah.
really emotional. That was great. I love how they like.
It
Just
can't be
hearing Anakin's voice coming with James Earl Jones, his voice like overlaid over for when his helmet split open. That was a really
Speaking of
emotional moment in the animated series.
how long after?
I
did
like that
take
Ashoka
place?
Tano is dead.
No.
No, she didn't.
There's no
Come
actual.
on,
There's no.
she's destroyed. I saw it.
no
I saw the
evidence.
freaking.
She's shown at the end of the episode walking into the temple. That can be an implication that she was killed. But the thing is, there's no confirmation either way.
And speaking of Anakin's voice, like how long after did this take after the rise of the Empire and the fall of the Jedi?
It's got to be Ahsoka
So
around
those two things happened at the same time.
Well, you know, she entered, but only
Yeah,
he
but did this
came out.
take 10 years after that period?
Here's the thing: there's no confirmation that she's dead or not.
More or less, yeah.
So
there's no
Anakin
confirmation.
still has the same voice, even though he has.
He has the same voice under the mask. Now, this isn't, concerning that we had the voice that was used for Anakin when he took off his mask at the end of episode 6. That's a different actor.
Yeah.
So,
He's
Well, I think
than
past.
He's
Because
also-
he still
he's also
sounds
much,
because
much
without
older.
that
Yeah.
modulator,
This
he
only
still
took
sounds
place-
young.
That actor
This only
passed
took
away.
place maybe a decade or two after
Right.
the fall of the Republic,
Yeah.
which episode 4 is way after that.
Yeah.
Luke
About 20
Skywalker's
years.
already a grown
About,
man.
it's about 20 years difference.
So it may be only about a decade. So his
At
voice
that
may
point,
not
he
have
sounds
changed.
tired.
Yeah.
And there was a reason why he had that voice modulator to begin with, right?
It's because the actual reason people say a lot of people think it's because it's more menacing, more intimidating. No, the actual reason is
It
because
sounds too superficial.
the lava from the planet, the lava that he fell into, fucked up his vocal cords, so
Yeah,
he
it
can't
was
speak
because he
properly.
became asthmatic.
The voice modulator is literally just there as an autocorrect for his voice.
And yet he didn't sound like he had any problem speaking to Ahsoka when he laid eyes
Well,
on her.
all he said was Ahsoka.
Actually, he said,
it's originally because
Die.
they wanted him to sound like he was breathing through something that he can also use in outer space. Because the original idea of Darth Vader was someone that can actually be in space
Yeah.
or not in space at the same time.
Well, there's actually a big fan theory going around. It's been going on for a few years about the end of episode 3 when Anakin, now crowned Darth Vader,
Says no.
he says no. A lot of people just think it's a
autocorrect.
blood-curdling scream
Yeah.
that his voice modulator changed to no because it didn't know how to.
It didn't know
another
how to
word-
interpret that blood curdling scream.
Yeah.
I heard about that
Gotta
too.
love.
Honestly, I don't know.
I've never heard
Fan
that
theories.
one before.
It sounds interesting.
No.
It sounds like a good
Nah.
excuse for that. For
Maybe they just want to justify that.
Yeah.
The original reason was just it was just silly, and but it stuck.
it was
so.
because of Padme.
and it was probably
It was because of
retconned.
Padme, but it's still it's like it's
it's
not something you
probably-
expect.
It's probably been retconned at some point or another, but it wasn't retconned
Should
in the
that
movies.
have been left in, like Darth Vader saying, "Where is Padme"? Should that?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Anakin loved her. At that point, he was crowned Darth Vader. Anakin wasn't gone yet. In fact, if you really want to make that argument, Anakin was never really gone. But that's beside the point. He hadn't completely fallen as far as he did by the time Episode 4 happened. He was still, he still had compassion. Which is kind of the whole reason why he joined Palpatine in the first place.
So from things that we've actually seen in the movies, what do you guys would say? Since we're all artists here, kind of like when we talk about Batman. Like, what was your first experience with Star Wars, and how would you say it influenced you? Start with Danny.
Well, I have a job doing Star Wars art now, so I'd say it really influenced me in ways I could not possibly imagine. But I just really liked the visuals, I always had the toys, the books. God, I don't know where to start. It was just a really cool movie, and I obsessed over it like I did Toy Story and Lion King and Batman.
My first. You guys mind if I go next?
Sure.
Go ahead.
My first experience with Star Wars is actually Episode 4. It's the first StarArs movie I ever watched.
Yeah.
Well, it's supposed to be the first Star Wars movie anyone could watch.
Actually, I mean, if you want to watch in chronological order, you should really start with Episode 1, which is I'm gonna piggyback onto that in a second. But first movie I watched Episode 4, which I thought the whole idea of guy in all black wearing with a red lightsaber was really cool because
Although he never.
I like black and red.
Although he never
but,
shows lightsaber.
And I think that was really George Lucas, what he was aiming for in the beginning anyway, was just
Yeah.
stuff that looked cool. I mean, everything that he pulled from was just stuff that inspired him when he was a kid, from like World War II movies, samurai movies, Flash Gordon, it's the serials.
But
So
I think,
I think a lot of the lore that we experience now was more or less retconned or just stuff that was thrown in later or pulled from like
a
expanded
lot of it,
universe.
almost all of it's retcon. Remember that Legends is not canon. when Disney took over the Star Wars franchise, they completely retconned every book that was written before the takeover.
Yeah, everything that's
the entire
expanded universe is except for the clone at the time the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah.
Is not a part of canon.
Mm-hmm.
But
That sucks.
yeah,
There's some
the comic
creative
books
ideas
or the
with
novels,
toilet.
definitely
A lot
not.
of creative ideas.
Well,
in
they
my
bring
opinion.
they're slowly bringing some back. Like in Rebels, for instance, they made a few of the monsters from the Old Republic. Yeah, they made a lot of those monsters canon. So it's something things are retconned, but they're not necessarily gone.
Do monkey
So
lizards still live?
who's seeing it this
We don't
weekend?
know. I haven't
Yeah.
seen.
Me.
I want to.
Okay.
Right.
I
seen
hope to
it?
have the chance to. I mean, now it feels like Star Wars is starting to become a tradition for me to see it every Christmas time.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a tradition for everybody.
Yeah.
Come out with one a year.
Yeah, so I
I'm
consider it to
definitely-
be
Yeah,
like
we
one of
got,
my Christmas
so we got
presents, at least having
episode-
a chance to see it.
We have episode 8, and then we have
Yes.
the
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Yeah, Han Solo's the next
Han
one,
Solo
right?
spin-off.
Then obviously episode 9, and then I heard rumor that they're going to do an Obi-Wan after that.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah,
That'd be
that's-
interesting.
At what point is age?
Most likely it'll be most
while
likely
he
right
was
after
on
episode
the-
3.
Oh, so
Right.
he's gonna be like a wandering
During that time period.
somewhere in the
It might
universe.
take place either at the same time as Star Wars Rebels or a little bit before.
And since you're just a fan of fan theories, a big fan theory is that Rey is going to be an Obi-Wan's daughter or granddaughter.
I support it.
Yes.
So-
There's actually a theory
I
running
think-
around that Rey is Anakin Skywalker.
Is
The
Anakin
reincarnation
Sky the
of-
reincarnation?
That might
Trying
be
to
possible
make
through the Force.
I suppose
And the
I
thing
could
is,
buy that.
it makes
but-
sense because the fact that she was able to manipulate the Force enough to bring a lightsaber to her without any sort of
Yeah.
formal training, and that she's able to break away from mind control, and that she's able to mind control someone else using the Force.
All on the
Mind
first
control
day.
Daniel Craig,
I
nonetheless.
know.
All
Yeah,
on
the only
first
person-
day. That
the
just
thing
seems
is,
so weird.
We say
I
that
will,
we say that Luke
destroy
Skywalker might have been
his
stronger than the Force than
information.
Anakin. That's bullshit. It's not true. Anakin Skywalker is by far the strongest Force beings to have ever existed that wasn't an actual member of the Tribunal.
Jonas, Frankie. You're Frankie.
I'm Frankie.
Jonas, Dustin. Is Rey Anakin reincarnated?
I mean, I like the idea of her being Obi-Wan, or related to Obi-Wan more than that.
Yeah.
But, okay, if that happens, I'm fine with it.
Then Kyle's gonna be like really into his cousin. You know what
There's gonna be a
Yeah.
whole
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. There's
Hold
no
on one second.
confirmation they're
It's not the
related.
first
Hold on a
time.
second, Frank. Danny, what you saying?
There's gonna be a whole bunch of Skywalker family drama there.
Well, here's the thing. If
It ain't
she's
the
a
first
reincarnation, she's not a Skywalker.
I suppose.
She has the midichlorians of a Skywalker.
No comment.
But all right, so
let's never mention that again.
So we got a couple of us who are definitely seeing it this weekend. I'm probably will end up seeing it tomorrow for reasons out of my control. But yeah, I'm excited for this movie. Now, with episode 8 next year, is there anything going on with that? Any news? I know there's no trailers, obviously. Does anybody know anything?
They might have a trailer attached for a teaser
Star Wars 8?
for 8.
That would
It
be
should be
awesome.
titled Episode 8,
I think I
Family Matters.
Family Matters.
Did I do that?
I think I saw like some sort of
See Kylo Ren kill, like,
some sort of a
kids.
teaser, but
Did
it's
I
not
do
really a
that?
teaser for episode 8. I think I saw it on
No,
Facebook.
Nah,
they
yeah,
did
that's-
release that. That's something they released officially for the film. But there's a lot of rumors. Supposedly the script was leaked, and it's broken down into like 3 different story plots of Finn, Rey, and Poe, and Kylo gets in the middle of everything somehow because he can be in 3
Family
places at
Matters.
once. Totally.
So what do you guys think about the it might be debunked by now. I haven't really checked too much up on new things, but that fan theory that we're gonna see a big switch between Kylo and Rey.
Oh, Rey's gonna become Sith.
Rey's gonna become Sith. Kylo's gonna come back to light side of the Force. What do you guys think about that?
That sounds interesting.
I fully support that one. I want that to
I
happen.
think it would be
Bad
interesting.
storytelling.
I think it would be. The thing is, it would be horrible, but it would be a really great twist.
I don't.
What do you mean?
I
It
don't
would be
think so.
it would
Yeah,
be a
it's
really
too
good
predictable.
twist.
Yeah.
It's too.
It's
predictable.
not predictable at all.
It's very
really
predictable
not,
and
because the
it's
thing
bad
is,
storytelling.
Well, we never
You're
really
gonna
saw that
take the
in the
journey that
original
you set us
trilogy.
on and then completely turn it on its head.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why it's
Doesn't
not
make sense.
predictable.
If you were to get
Well, no,
thrown
it's-
down into the core of the planet and
Yeah.
get burned to death, like your grandfather, wouldn't you be pissed?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, but
But,
he didn't.
Just a little.
Yeah.
No, that's,
Then again, though,
And
that would be a
think about it,
terrible movie if
think
they
about
did that.
Let's-
And it wouldn't be expected either. The reason people wouldn't be expecting that, aside from the people who want it to happen,
You want it to
killed
happen?
Han. I don't care either way. I think it would be interesting if it did.
I think it would be horrible. I think it's bad storytelling. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
People
him
think- people
killing
think
Han,
people
it would
think
give him
not-
something to endeavor for. if he
Han's
was
not
turning.
necessarily dead.
It's
Just
like
so
it's
you
like
know.
No,
There's
I
legal
saw
stuff
him-
that I've been through that.
What?
There's
killed
no
him.
confirmation that he's dead. There's no
How do
confirmation that
you
he's dead.
know?
I mean,
Darth Maul fell
not-
down the
Oh,
same exact way.
But the thing is, we can say this: it's a lot less likely that Han is
True.
alive. Han's not a Sith Lord. Darth Maul was.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that big Getty Star kind of shit pulling from Dragon Ball Z movies. Yeah, that shit exploded with Han still on it.
And
Yeah,
also,
it did.
speaking of that, why is there always a deep chasm nearby? Like,
It's
why
a-
does
it's a
It's a
everybody-
Star Wars trope.
Because Star Wars.
In
It's a
case
Star
you
Wars
trip
trope.
and fall,
And why is
fall
there
to your death.
And why is there
Exactly.
Why is there
Unless you're Darth Maul.
All right,
That's
so
why you train to be light on your
there's
feet.
one thing I want to talk about. First of all, I honestly wasn't really excited when I first heard about Rogue One because I heard there was going to be no lightsabers. Then I really started researching the characters. I was like, oh crap. But there's one thing in the trailer that everyone is speculating about, and that is the really quick clip where there's a dark cloaked figure kneeling down in front of a Bacta tank. And people suppose that it's the Emperor because of the guards in the background. Now the problem is, who the hell is the Emperor kneeling down to?
Ooh, could be Plagueis.
Or Snoke.
Snoke.
Because Snoke has been around since the rise and fall of the Empire.
But they say he was born during the rise of the Empire, so he would, like, if anything, by what that could be implied, he could have been a child. It's more likely that it's Plagueis. It could be Snoke.
No.
Isn't Snoke also
way.
the same race that Plagueis is?
Nobody knows for
Nobody
sure.
knows for sure.
It's
Because
not
he
confirmed.
looks kind of like a sea turtle to
It's
me.
Jar Jar. You're bowing to Jar Jar.
Oh,
Oh,
Jar Jar is
Snoke.
no. This is what they're gonna do, right? They're gonna completely turn the tables on us. Completely unpredictable.
It's gonna be Rey. It's
No.
gonna be Rey.
No.
It's gonna be a baby
They're gonna
Rey.
kill Rey and Kylo.
We don't know for sure if it is the Emperor because we only see the back of it. It could be very
It
well
could
that
be.
Darth Vader decided to wear a cloak. Who
It
knows?
could be Vader kneeling to a Bacta tank that has the Emperor in it.
Or it could be somebody else kneeling to Vader.
Vader
In
could,
the Bacta tank, that would make perfect sense. He just, like, not 10 years ago, he was burned to, almost to death. He's healing. So, there's a possibility that it might be Starkiller, too.
If they bring back Starkiller, that would be interesting. To bring him into canon would be a very interesting thing.
From the
Wouldn't it
Force,
also
Space
backdoor a ton of expanded universe stuff?
Yeah, it would bring
would.
it would be bring back things into
I
the
remember
canon,
those video
which would be
games.
really interesting because since there's no confirmation that Ahsoka is dead. If Starkiller gets brought back into the mix, that brings it up for future media. Maybe not a full-fledged live-action movie, but for future media to have Anakin's two greatest apprentices face off, Ahsoka versus Starkiller, which would be really, really interesting.
Well, my thing
They
is,
both hold it. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Every person that Anakin has trained, whether in the canon or in the expanded universe, has held their lightsaber backwards.
Like a katana or something. like a wrong kind of katana.
Disney is keeping secrets, I think, because they are not releasing any books with any material in it until the movie's released tomorrow. So something tells me there's going to be more than we expect in this movie, and I really hope that's the truth because it's just going to be
No, I would fully support Starkiller being brought back into the canon.
yeah.
Yep.
Especially if they use him by his actual name, Galen Merrick, which would be really interesting.
I would really love to see that. I mean,
What if they don't use his name? Like, 'cause
If-
Kylo Ren.
Well, the thing is, Kylo Ren is a composite of all of the Skywalker children after Luke. He's composite.
Like,
so,
I think I was the only one at the premiere that had said Jason.
nope, Ben Solo.
Yeah, I
Ben
know.
Solo, because he's not only is he like a composite of the Solo children. Luke Skywalker has no children in the new canon universe, which
Right.
means he's a composite of all of Luke's children as well.
Yeah. Way back in the beginning, when I first heard of that movie, I thought Rey was actually Jaina Solo, and the other one is Jason.
I just stick to the movies. Yeah, I don't do any expanded universe. Actually, I did play the games with the Force Unleashed.
Right.
Those games were great.
Yeah.
You know, initially they
Really
were
short.
canon.
Yeah, of course they're expanding universe.
No, they weren't actually expanding universe. They were released to be canon within the movies.
Yeah.
But then once Disney took over,
Yeah,
then
the thing is-
they said that okay, these are not canon. But
Everything
the problem
that's
with
EU
the problem with that series was when it came with the second one, they completely threw anything that was supposed to be canon out the window.
Of course. Disney already had its foothold. They said, "Fuck it, we'll do whatever we want." The thing about that though is any EU material prior to the Disney takeover was once canon.
No, that's
Anything-
not true. Actually, that's not true. But they could have possibly worked within the universe because what's his name? George Lucas has basically said, I think in the early '80s, you guys go ahead and expand on what you want to expand on. And he just pretty much gave certain companies free reign with his universe to create within the universe. But it was called expanded universe for a reason, because it could or could not be a part of what was actually happening within the movies.
Why did they cancel the expanded universe?
Because it's Disney.
It's Disney.
Yeah,
they want
complete
sole
control.
proprietorship
Right.
proprietorship of their properties. I thought one really cool expanded universe comic, which I'm kind of glad it was retconned because I like how they brought back Darth Maul, but it was involving Darth Maul after Darth Vader took over.
That's the
The
mini
Spider Death Maul?
No, it was a while back. It's
Did you enjoy?
Frankie,
Darth
what was
Maul's
your
return
opinion of
in Rebels?
Darth Maul coming back as that little spider creature?
in
when he
in
was
Clone
acting
Wars.
crazy?
Yeah, in Clone Wars, because that's canon.
I hated it when they first brought him back that way. I hated
Yeah.
it. I liked it when they fixed him. When they
Yeah.
fixed him, it was good.
Well, with those crazy chicken legs, like how the witches fixed him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then he got new legs after that, and
Yeah.
they fixed his mind. Because the thing is, he was insane when he came back.
Yeah.
His own personal darkness and his own hatred is what kept him alive.
Yeah, so he basically lost his mind for that.
Yeah, he used droid parts from droids that had fallen down there to like build his own legs and like weld them to himself with the Force. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to have to wrap it
crazy.
up. Before we wrap it up, though, let's get some last opinions. Any last comments?
Mickey Mouse will be in the next episode.
All right, Mickey Mouse is joining the Star Wars
We're
universe.
gonna see Darth Vader versus Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts. Count on it.
See, right?
Okay,
Right
I'm
at
buying
the-
it.
At
I'm
the
buying
end
it.
of episode 8, right?
Okay, so
You see a dark
what else we
soul
got?
walking, and this-
I want Han Solo and not Rey as your second, because if they're gonna put other stories into Kingdom Hearts, and they're gonna do Star Wars, give us like Han Solo and not Rey.
You know what would be really cool, since this is between 3 and 4, to set up the Han Solo
Han Solo.
The Han Solo movie. I would like myself to introduce
just like a
myself.
cameo appearance of Han Solo in Rogue One.
But the thing is, it's hard to do because he's old now. They would have to use a different actor.
Yeah.
That's my
Well,
point exactly. That's how they would set up the new
Yeah.
Solo film.
And then you also can look at what was the last Terminator movie?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, do that whatever effect that is that they use.
Although they better make it look good because.
Well, Tron Legacy was a little bit easier because everyone had CG suits in the first place. So
Yeah, but then again, though, in like the first shot where he was like telling the story to his son Sam, it still looked like a video game character.
All right, well, thanks to everybody for coming out, listening to us. Go out to see the movie this weekend, Star Wars Story, Rogue One. And if you guys are listening and if you like the show, give us a like. And also on top of that, add some comments. Let us know how we're doing, how we're not doing. I know our presentation needs a little work. But besides that, if you guys are enjoying it, let us know. Also, the Santa Pool is coming up at Lauderdale Comics next weekend. So if you guys want to check them out, they're just north of US 1, just south of Southeast 17th Street. The event should be going on in the afternoon. Look them up on Facebook under Lauderdale Comics. Next quarter, we will be releasing our second issue of AI Stockpile, featuring the cover from Jonas, way over there in the corner, from his comic book I-8. Also, let's send a big congratulations to one of our members, now alumni, Danny Kidwell. Congratulations for graduating today.
oh my God, he's gone.
You're leaving me!
Yes, that's right. The competition is leaving. I'm number one now. Damn it. No, I'm joking.
Still high.
Still got your stuff.
Yeah.
Still got your stuff.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody. And have a great quarter. Have a great vacation. See you next quarter.